Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's October 2015 and we didn't quite have as crazy of a month this month. Things have dwindled down just a little bit, but nevertheless, a pretty good month for October. So our income dropped down to $2,400 this month. So wasn't able to work any overtime. It seems like going into the holidays, they are really trying to limit everybody's overtime. But we did make use of it in July and August, so I'm still pretty happy about that. For taxes, we paid $494.40 in taxes this month, and we put $120 into our 401k, leaving us with $1,785.60 for take-home pay. And you'll probably notice I have added another column here for rental income. So I did get the upstairs apartment rented, and so I didn't fix it up as nice as I thought I was going to. I really just cleaned it up and, kind of left it in a, it's not horrible condition, just not, the ideal condition. I did lower the rent down to $475. Um, so I am currently working on the one-bedroom unit downstairs, and then we did finish the eviction on the other family that was living in the other one-bedroom downstairs. I have been able to get into that unit, and it is pretty much destroyed. There are holes in the floor falling into the basement. The toilet's falling into the ground. The shower is horrible. The shower curtain was on the outside of the shower, so when they would shower, all the water would fall onto the bathroom floor, and then it's rotted a hole in the floor. It's an absolute mess. So that's probably going to cost me $5,000 or $10,000 just to fix that one up. But I will worry about that one last. I'm going to keep working on the unit that I'm in right now, get that one rent ready and get it rented out. Hopefully, the goal is by the start of 2016. So give myself 2 or 3 months to get that done. I also did not have any troubles with the eviction at all. I went to court. The lady showed up about 15 minutes late to the hearing. She showed up in her pajamas, which I thought was odd. I didn't know if she was trying to go for sympathy, but basically the judge asked, show me your statements that you've paid, the rent, which she couldn't provide, and then the judge asked me to provide a statement that shows that I've billed her for rent and what her current out due balance is. So I provided that to them. He asked if she had any evidence that she could provide, which she couldn't, and that was really the end of the case. I won the case, and they gave her 48 hours to evict from the premises. Which I thought I thought she'd get like a month or two, but no, they only gave her 48 hours. So yeah, so she's out of the house. We got one vacant unit. We've got one unit that's rented upstairs. That unit, so I rented it this month. It's a 2-bedroom. It normally rents for about $500 a month. I lowered it to $475. The lady works in a city about 45, 50 minutes away. And she put on her application that she makes $80,000 a year, which I thought was insane that she'd want to rent. So when I called to do the verification of her employment, it was Adult Entertainment Company. She is renting the upstairs. She makes fantastic money, so hopefully she doesn't ever fall behind on rent. But we at least have one unit rented out. So she's upstairs. I'm living in the basement, or in the, not basement, in the downstairs, where there's 2 units, 2 1-bedrooms downstairs and one 2-bedroom upstairs. So that's kind of how income looked for October. For 2015, gross income, it was 31,000. I've paid $6,400 in taxes. I put 1,500 into my 401k this year. 23,000 in take-home pay, and then just the 1 month's in rent. To explain this real quick, so she paid her first month's rent, which was $475. She also gave me a $500 deposit. I'm not sure how to include that in this. I don't really want to include it as income because if she moves out, she'll potentially get her deposit back. But yeah, it's a little confusing. So I did not count her deposit in this. For lifetime totals, I made 93,000 in gross income. I've now paid over $20,000 in taxes. 3,000 I put in my 401k, and I've taken home $70,000. So jumping into our net worth here, I'm still valuing the previous house that I was living in at 30,000. So quick update on that. I have now dropped the price to about 40,000. We were at 45, we were at 55, then 50, then 45, and now we're at 40,000. So we're starting to get a lot more interest in the house, a lot more showings. It has been up for sale for 4 months now. So I'm trying to just keep up on, mowing the grass and keeping things in decent shape over there. It is a 45-minute drive from this second house though. So a little bit of a pain at the moment, but especially with work and everything. But our second house, the triplex, is valued at 80,000. I'm not going to move it up. I think 80,000 is still pretty appropriate right now. For 401k this month, this is kind of a weird one. So I'm at $7,829. So I think I'm actually at 8,200, somewhere in there. For some reason, when I log into my 401k account, it is not updated as of like 2 weeks ago, and I cannot get it to update. So I've not really had time to call the 401k provider just to ask them the question, but I'm assuming in November it'll update and I'll jump up to like maybe 85 or 9,000, somewhere in there. But that's why 401k looks weird at the moment. For house number 2, we still have our loan, our 15-year fixed rate loan at 3.25%. Monthly payments $316.20, but thankfully my first payment is not due until November 1st. So I'll have to make that here in a couple days. But for our checkings account, we actually did really good with this month. So we took home $1,785, and we've now moved our checkings account up to 1863.21. So we almost saved all of our income this month. Plus, now we have $975 in this. I opened up a second checkings account specifically for the rental property. I'm keeping their deposits in there, and then I'm trying to keep the cash separate, where the rental income that comes in, I don't ever commingle it with my personal checkings account, and I'll just use that money to fix up the house and just try to keep things separated. That way, when I file my taxes, it's a little bit easier, and I don't have to sift through all my personal transactions and all the business transactions or the rental property transactions. But speaking of business transactions, I did open up an LLC, just a really simple LLC to run the rental property out of, just to limit, my risk in case I were to get sued or something. Maybe somebody trips and falls, and so yeah, I'm running the rental property out of the LLC. So this rental checkings account is the LLC's checkings account, but it does have her deposit in there and her first month's rent, which is $975. So I am feeling much better than I was last month. I was so nervous that, some air conditioning or furnace or something like that would break. So I can at least stomach a hot water heater issue or something like that now, which is sleep better at night. But for October here, we are now at $75,667 net worth. So a gain of about $2,400-ish this month. So pretty good. And then from our goal pace, we are now at $15,250. So we added another $400 on our goal pace this month. So yeah, we've got some wiggle room to relax and take our foot off the gas a little bit, which I'm probably not going to do. So, but yeah, pretty good month for October. I'm looking forward to finishing out 2015 pretty strong. Hopefully it'd be great if I can get that other unit fixed up and rented out, and then I'll move into the destroyed unit. Yeah, so that's 2015. We're at $75,667. So thank you all for joining me on the video today. If you have any comments, questions, or things that you'd like me to include in future videos, just go ahead and comment them down below and I'll be sure to get them added. So thanks everyone for joining, and we will see you in the next video.